everyone, what is up? It is Balloon. Welcome back to my channel. Before we jump into this video, how are you all? I hope you've all had a great Wednesday so far. Sorry, I had to think of what day it was then. Lockdown, you know, it's all kind of rolling into one for me. I don't know about you guys if you're on lockdown in your area, but here we're still on lockdown, so there's still nothing really open. I mean, just food, grocery stores. I'm like, dude, I'm really can't wait for everything to get a bit more normal again, because this is getting a little bit crazy. Yes, I'm looking a bit like a crazy person right now because I just did that whole Mitchell, Mondays by Mitchell makeup challenge thing. I don't know, what do we think? I mean, I kind of like the heart idea. Don't know what you guys think. And I kind of went with some glitzy, uneven kind of brows because this side is different, of course. But it was a challenge for me, but you know, it's fun. I love sitting and playing with makeup because it's hella relaxing and it's just nice, fun to do. Nice to do something nice on Daisy's last day. 10 points if you know where that's from. Anyway, guys, we've got a drama video to get into because yesterday night, something kind of popped up on Twitter about Jeffree Star, his ex, Andre Marhold. Andre Marhold's ex, Lisa. Is it Lisa or Leezy? Leezy. Her name's Leezy. Well, Leezy has given an interview on YouTube with another woman, and honestly, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what you guys think of this if you happen to see that YouTube video, but it's all a bit of a mess. I mean, Leezy, who is Andre Marhold's ex, Andre Marhold, of course, was dating Jeffree Star back in summer, sort of August time. You know, we had videos on that on this channel, but to me, that whole relationship seemed like a kind of a setup anyway between Jeffree Star and Andre Marhold. I never believed that that was a real relationship. So for me, from the jump, this was kind of a, you know, a kind of a phony kind of for clout or money kind of thing, for clicks and views. You know, it was never a serious thing for me, my opinion, but you know, you guys can decide for yourselves. But anyway, let's get into this. Leezy gave an interview and it was kind of, it was a little bit kind of something and nothing in my opinion, because there were some allegations made during the interview. You know, they were claiming that Jeffree Star has apparently paid people to be in relationships with him. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I look at somebody like Jeffree Star's ex, Nathan, I don't think that was a paid relationship. You know, my opinion, again, I don't know the real tea, but when I looked at that relationship, I believed that Jeffree and Nathan were a real relationship. So this thing with Andre Marhold, where it really didn't seem like a real relationship to me, it seemed like it was a big fabricated story that Andre had left his wife and their child and all of this. The thing in this that concerns me the most is the child. If this is a true story, if this is facts, if this is real, the thing that concerns me is that there's a young child involved, because, hey, you know, that young child is going to grow up and see, oh, hey, my daddy was doing things with Jeffree Star, which, you know, that's going to be a bit of a shocker for the child. And also, just, you know, what about other people? What if other people say things to the child about it? You know, the child is very young right now, but I just think this is an awkward situation for the child if this is a real life situation.
Tell me about that day, like when you opened up your phone and you saw him with Jeffree Star.
So apparently Leezy, the girlfriend, she thought this whole thing was a joke with Jeffree Star. I didn't think it was a joke. As I said, I thought it was more like a kind of setup, like a contracted, paid relationship, a PR stunt. You know, that's what I assumed it was, a PR stunt, right? Then we get into later on in the interview. One thing that Leezy said was that she had apparently been left feeling suicidal and all this kind of really nasty stuff. She went into how it felt because she was publicly humiliated and just said that it was really awful for her being publicly humiliated in that way. I mean, Do we believe it? What do you guys think? Do we believe this whole story about Jeffree Star, Andre Marhold, his ex-girlfriend? Do we believe it? To me, it seemed like when I watched the YouTube video, it seemed like they didn't really say a whole lot, if I'm honest. There were a few points that came up that were kind of questionable as well. It didn't seem like it was a very credible kind of interview. Not saying anything about the actual interviewer, but talking about the interview as a whole, I just really don't think it was a credible interview.
I started laughing. I thought it was a joke, and I knew his arm was familiar, so I was like, "Whoa, that's him!" Like, so I started laughing. I called my best friend, and she was shocked. And then I started realize that, okay, this is real right now. I don't know what's going on. Like, I need to call him, but I had all my emotion together. I was crying, like I was so confused. I was lost. I was like in a dark like space. Like I don't know what's going on. Yeah, So people start following me, DM, blah blah, and then I cut off I disabled my IG for the night, and I don't know.
Wow. Are you still kind of going through the motions currently?
I'm healing right now, but I realized that sometimes my mental sometimes in a good day, sometimes I can cry for no reason because I'm going back to the past about what happened, because it's humiliation in public is something very like deep. Some people, they don't understand because they can't put themselves in my shoes.
After watching the whole situation, the whole interview, the interviewer sort of summarized a little bit and said that she thought Andre was a clout chaser, said that he was looking for fame and attention, this kind of thing. I mean, either that or, possibly it's a possibility that he was paid by Jeffree Star to act as his boyfriend. We don't know. We will never probably know, because honestly, Jeffree Star came out at one point and said that he'd called the authorities on Andre because Andre had allegedly stolen some Louis Vuitton luggage from him. All this mess, but nothing ever came of that, and I'm honestly expecting that nothing will come of this woman coming out and telling her story now either. Honestly, I just don't see anything happening. I don't see anything coming from it. I mean, if this is a true story, and if this is really Andre Marhold's ex and she was really publicly humiliated, then yeah, of course, I feel sorry for her. But we don't know how genuine any of this is. I'm kind of taking it with a grain of salt now and just being like, well, here it is, yet another thing popping up about Jeffree Star. There was a point in the interview as well where the interviewer went into talking about what Andre is now doing over on his OnlyFans. Things like squirting water out of his no-no hole and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, girl, I don't even go on OnlyFans. I don't even watch that stuff. So I'm like, not bothered. But I'm just like, this is a mess, Mess, manipulation and mess. I'm sure that's what all of this is. Just manipulation. I'm sure they're playing us, Honestly, that's what I think it is. It's kind of stupid. It doesn't all make sense. There's been a lot of lies told. There's a lot of kind of speculation and non-facts being thrown around. So I'm just like, oh, can't be bothered. Anyway, I actually didn't have the right palette and stuff to do this look with, but I did use some of these brushes from Mitchell. I actually really like this one. Don't know if you can see, that is the cheek brush, so it's like a stippling brush to put the blush on with. I've got the shade Sweet Cheeks on today, this pink. I actually really love that shade. I'm really into like pink and peachy blushes. I love pink and peach blush. And that is, look, just show you. Put a bit there on my hand. So this is a real, like, real pinky pink blush. It is beautiful. So I used that brush to tap it on with, stipple it on with. Gorgeous. And then I also used these two little ones. You can see they're dirty. I got the ME1 and ME2 and used them on my eyes today. Really like these because for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, little kind of blending brushes like this are quite hard to find. I've got one that was from the Jeffree Star collection, like this one, but it's still quite a bit bigger. There you go, you can see. See, it's still quite a bit bigger than these two Mitchell ones. So these are a really good, useful brush. Love them. And I've also used some of these. I didn't have the same paint that Mitchell had when he did the look. I watched his IG tutorial thing and kind of followed it along doing this eye, but I didn't have the lilac paint, but I've got that one. So I used the blank canvas and then I used a little bit of this, which is, this is just a drugstore thing. It's a Barry M holographic eyeshadow topper. So I used that in the heart and a little bit of these Mitchell Beauty Bay liners. I don't know if anyone bought these when these came out, but you can't get them anymore. But they are what I've done the strokes with in my brows. Love them. Gorgeous. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. Let me know what you guys think about the drama. Do you think this is real, or do you think this is another kind of fabrication from Jeffree Star? Do you think they're playing us? Do you think it's to distract from the more serious allegations about Jeffree Star? Let me know, and I will see you guys on the next one because we've got a little bit more Beauty Guru drama today. So take care. Thank you for watching. Love you so much, guys. Bye.